that have come to you in this spiritual journey, but that have been with you from a very, very, very young age. They've watched you grow up, and they're waiting for this. They're waiting for your twin flame journey to strike and get you down. So there could be a lot of negative like feedback, all right, about who you are, what you know, what you're doing. Okay, some of you can be causing yourself miscarriages, causing yourself sickness and health, causing yourself to be sick. Okay, some of us are getting physically ill. And it's not about going on diets and fasts. Okay, I want to tell you that I've been a vegan I've been a vegan. Okay, and but it was about one thing, but not the other. Way before I knew about the twin flame journey. I just want to say that more power to you when you're doing your thing for yourself, but make sure that you're not doing things for the evil spirits around you that are telling you that those things are going to be the best, okay? You need to get spiritual cleanses. You need to remove blocks and latches. This is the time right now where for some reason a lot of people are coming up out of the woodwork needing that clarity, needing to start back from square one and not see that dirt and that envy that's been there since they were kids. Those are called latches, okay? But it's all in the head. We've got all this swords energy clarifying the moon card. Pisces, confusion. We got the page of swords. So this I want you to know that some of us could be on the same page as our divine masculine as far as where we are. A lot of them are having nightmares and dreams, trying to fight and suppress the evil. Some of them are letting it in without knowing and knowing. Okay, subconsciously aware and subconsciously unaware. But it also talks about you being, look, okay, well, so the page of swords, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It's a step up from this ace of swords, right? But where did you end up? Confused. Confused about who you are, what you know. Remember we saw that high priestess in the very beginning. Look, temptation stems from that. I feel like I've been saying this for a while, that a lot of us are orchestrating in the dark here. Because when we started, we didn't know how to go. We didn't know which way to go. We just knew it felt so good, right? Loving and being loved back and being so close to someone that we're just so far apart from. It's a cling. Now, here's what I want to say, divine feminines. This is where you can start to believe that you're the karmic partner. But karmic energy is very, very, very negative. We're all susceptible to negative energy. But here's the thing. Okay, the moon card, right? This page of swords is someone growing in their mental youth. Okay, they're trying to grow. They're trying to expand and prosper what they know. They're trying to. But look at what some of your problems are right here. Some of us may not even be aware of the fact that we have actual friends that we talk to all day in another realm that are actually guiding us and keeping us stuck in what we know today. Okay? All right? Temptation and the World card. Some of you guys, some of you guys, spirit guides aren't there for the best of you. Some of you have to understand what you believe in and what you know, what you want to do, because your spirit guides, you have multiple of them. Think of them as like fairy odd parents, right? Fairly odd parents. It's up to you at this point. You have spirit guides everywhere, but it's up to you to figure out who you're going to listen to. Let's clarify this page of swords for the divine feminine. You know, kids can be very easily persuaded, especially in what they think. It's the mind right now that someone else is ruling. Okay, we got the 10 of Pentacles here. Okay. Multiple kids, a big family, a dog, normal house, normal living. There's a haunting here. Look at the Death card at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like some of you feel trapped because you're not able to speak. You're not able to say anything. I think a lot of us feel like we're trapped because we're not able to say anything, feel anything, and whenever we do, there's a tower moment. Okay, we're just like, okay, wait, so obviously this isn't something for me. Obviously the person they're with or it's for someone else. Don't give up. That's this energy. Because it's fine to be a child. It's fine to be, lost and confused sometimes, but it's up to you to find your way. There is a point for some of you right here, your latches and your blocks, that needs to go away. Because it's got you maneuvering in all kinds of stupid, crazy, hectic, haywire ways. Look, that's all I can say about that, okay? This is a general reading. That's all I can say. Look at this Ten of Pentacles. Let me look at it first. So they all have Bibles in their hand. They all have Bibles. Sometimes it's time for you to go, you know, talk to a mother and talk to a father. You don't got to say, Mom and Dad, I met my twin flame and I think he wants to drag me to hell. You know, like, no, it's about your spirituality and tapping into. Some of us need to get back out, talk to family, talk to friends, remember who we are. We can easily be brainwashed in this energy. Easily. The moon and being an adolescent with newfound ways to speak. It's like you just learned how to speak. You just learned how to think. You just learned how to communicate. You can do anything with that, especially in this energy. There needs to be a death and transformation here. This is where you need your cleanse, because it's like, honestly, you've already started off kind of wrong, but at the end of the day, you keep starting off with aces, but you have this same mentality of the way that you want to go about things. You need to be able to step out. Don't live the same old sheltered life, okay? Because that has nothing to do with your divine masculine. It has nothing to do with him. It's talking about childhood and family trauma that you have. And you know what it took my twin flame to realize all of that the last time that we saw each other. I called my dad because like 2 weeks later, dude, I mean, I actually I was very, very, very paranoid. You don't want to know the things that I went through and the paranoia that I went through the last day that I saw him. Like 2 days after, it went downhill from there. And I'm not a paranoid person. And that was quite some time ago. And before I even learned about any twin flames, and it was incredible. And what I'm trying to say is, we need to be able to step back out. We need to be able to step out and not stay in. We cannot stay in, because the more you stay in, you're going to listen to those spirits that don't want happiness for you. Of course, you're going to feel it heightened in a spiritual journey. Okay? Tell me about the Five of Wands. You need to go pray, some of you. Some of you just need to go back home and reminisce. See the good times. Remember the good times. Try to remember what happened in your family. Try to remember. Okay? It's painful, but you have to. Look, the World card. Okay? You have to remember, because you're going to keep living this over and over. You're only used to talking to those imaginary friends. You're only used to them. Let's clarify Five of Wands. You only know their voice. And some of us, that's a latch. That's an entity right there that preys on children. Preys on the vulnerable. Look who fell out upright. The Four of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for the Five of Wands. Take some time to rest and relax. Take some time to meditate. Take some time to clear your mind. It's easier said than done. But let's clarify this Five of Wands for the Divine Feminine. What do we have here? We have the Eight of Swords. More air energy. More and more and more. It's getting a little worrisome here with all of this air energy. That's all we're doing is up in our head. And so if you're feeling like you're the karmic partner, that's okay, at this point, because there's some things worse than being a karmic partner. But, Eight of Swords and the Four of Swords, sitting in silence, not needing for nothing else, just sitting in silence. Yes, feeling the victim. I know Divine Feminines are feeling the victim of something that they never wanted, they never needed. They just were like, what the hell? I don't want this, I don't want that. We all knew what we were signing up for. That moment where we just, we didn't want to hang out with everybody or something in elementary school, whatever. There was a time and place for everything, and we knew that we were different, and we have to suck it up. At this point right now, we have to understand what's going on in our heads. We have to take this time out for ourselves and not just run to the Divine Masculine and say, why the fuck am I feeling this way? Are you feeling this way? I don't want to feel this way. Do you want to feel this way? But I love you. That's them. Okay? And it's like, okay, because I went through that phase too. Where I was writing him randomly and stuff like that. It was good for a while, and then it was like, what the fuck, what are you doing? Like, I'm married, and it's painful, it's sad, but we have to understand who we are, where we come from first, and then you can understand who you are. Are you meant for him or are you not? Let's clarify the Strength card. Because if you are, the only thing that's stopping you, not to say just your imaginary friends, but these blocks and these latches. Let's clarify the Strength card. A lot of us are scared. A lot of us are scared to remove these because we don't know who we'll be afterwards. The Magician. Okay. Let's clarify the Strength card. For the Divine Feminine, why is the Strength card here? Who do we got? The Six of Swords, and I'm seeing it in reverse. And I actually let it. I think I knew that it went in reverse, and I let it, and I pick it up the way that it's supposed to be picked up. More air energy, okay? I want to let you see this card. Six of Swords, you know, means to retreat, to leave behind and don't look back, to keep moving. Your intuition is like, yo, that's too much, that you can't do that. It's not logically possible. In reverse, this is talking about how you keep looking back at the same old result of what's not working, okay? You have to have strength for that. This card talks about a lot in reverse. I know a lot of us have the tarot decks. Go study it. But the point that I want to make sure that you know, look, we have more air, the Queen of Swords. And this is not talking about a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Believe me, this is talking about everybody. We're all up in our head. So for the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, I can understand what you must be going through in this twin flame journey, okay? But we all have to do the transformation. And so we're all hurting. We all see it from different aspects and points of views, plus confusion, plus heartbreak. We all know what that means, okay? And the Six of Swords is like staying with the toxicity, you know, going back to the person who isn't good to you. Think about going back to a karmic partner where you had trauma with. That's this card, you know. You're supposed to leave trauma behind and arguments behind, no matter the love, because, you know, there's something here that's orchestrated in the dark, and it hurts when you love that person so much. It hurts when you can dress up that pretty for them and go on these most romantic dates, but something about this love is not working, and it's because of the state that the both of you are in. Because what the fuck is going to stop you from being in a relationship? You had Whitney and Bobby. They were on, what were they, like just a drug couple or something? I hate to say them. R.I.P. Whitney Houston. She's one of my favorites, to be honest, top 5. But I'm saying, you know, there's no ugly love. There's no better love. But for some reason, if it's not working, you have to look at yourselves. You have to look individually at yourselves. Okay, let's clarify this Queen of Swords that came out as well with for the Divine Feminine. The Queen of Swords, the Knight of Wands, okay? This haste, well, impulsiveness, okay? There is a difference, you know, to go and to talk and to spit your passion, your fire, to go and be ambitious and determined towards something that you don't understand, towards secretiveness and being, you know, but just towards communication. Okay, some of us may be working in quite a haste, you know, well, we are, because we're on the same love. We know that we're on the same page, and at some point, you know, we got the Page of Pentacles. You two are on the same page as far as everything. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. So it's hard for you, I understand, the both of you not to want to come together in this twin flame journey, to be able to say, hey, are you going through this too? Like, is this you too? Like, because obviously, you know, when you touched me, my whole left arm has never felt the same. You know, it's always tweaking. You know, it's hard to miss that. So I feel like with the Knight of Wands, okay, Aries and Leo and Sagittarius, you know, a knight, you know, he's quick to move, he's impulsive, he's determined, okay, he may not really get his hands dirty much, but he's quick to get on his high horse and go off and go into talking his talk and doing what he do. He's someone who lives a privileged life, you know, he's kind of arrogant, he's kind of cocky, but he's somebody who's pretty, he's like a pretty boy, or you know, you feel entitled to what you're about to do because you have passion, because you're like passionate. And I'm wondering where this passion came from. That's what I'm wondering. The passionate flair. So now we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so some of us take pride in when we're, look, let me have Justice. Take pride in what we're feeling here. There's a similarity here. Into thinking, no, it just must be love. And then you see these little, you know, fire flames start to ignite on your brain, though. That's your head right there, if you can't notice. That's a head. It's the brightest light there. And it's because of all that's what's in your head. You need to balance those scales. This is not balanced here. This is not balanced. This energy is not balanced. They correspond not at all. And I'm not saying this is you and this is the divine masculine. Remember, we just saw the